What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 squad? Welcome back in to another video, and we have some good Giants news to talk about, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is building on for the 2020 hype for the New York Giants. Now, we're gonna get into two things today. I usually make separate videos for these things, but because of lack of time, I'm just gonna clump these things up into one video. So we have some Giants news today, one about Good Morning Football and one about Joe Judge, and one that gets me extremely hyped for this season. But let's start off with Good Morning Football. Now, you guys know Kyle Brandt, Nate Burleson, the other guy, and Kay Adams, right? I can't remember his name, but he speaks nicely about the Giants too sometimes. But Good Morning Football has this thing. They like the Giants. For whatever reason, they like the Giants. They've said things that I wouldn't even say as a Giants fan. I think Nate Burleson was the first one to come out and say, or was the other guy? I can't remember his name. His name is escaping me. I usually know his name. But the other guy, the guy in the bottom right, okay, I think he was the one that came out and said the Giants are going to make the playoffs next year, and Nate Burleson then said that they're going to win the division, which I didn't think was going to be true. Now, Kyle Brandt is saying that the Giants' season this year, their ceiling for their season is the playoffs, and like I said, these are all things that I'm not, as a Giants fan, yet ready to say. Now, I said the ceiling for the New York Giants is about 7-9, and I'll push 8-8. But I honestly think the Giants are going to go 7-9, and their ceiling is 7-9. So, I think they'll reach their ceiling. In my opinion, that's my ceiling for them. But their ceiling is saying, I guess, 8-8, 9-7 to try to sneak into the 7th seed of the NFC playoffs. Now, in my opinion, the NFC is a lot tougher than the AFC. I know in the AFC you have the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, but you don't really have much competition other than that. It's very top heavy there in the AFC. As far as the NFC goes, I mean, you've got a bevy of teams that are just looking for playoff spots. The NFC West, the entire NFC West has a possibility of making the playoffs. Let's just think about that, okay? Arizona is not too far off from a playoff run. They're a lot closer than we are, okay? You got the Buccaneers who are ready, they're primed and ready. The Saints, the Vikings, the Packers. Obviously somebody has to come out for the Giants. Somebody has to come out from the NFC East, right? So, you just have tons of teams there on the NFC that have a potential to make the playoffs other than the Giants. So I think if we were in the AFC, we've got a shot, but the NFC is going to be a lot more tougher. So I'm going to play this clip for you guys in case you guys haven't seen this. Good Morning Football. I'm not saying this as a biased thing. I love watching Good Morning Football. I think some of what they say is kind of outlandish, but they're really good people. They're not like ESPN trying to chase a headline or something like that. In my opinion, I think they just say what they want to say. The players love the show. They never have a problem. They're really good people. So, let's just play a little bit of this clip. I don't know if I'll just skip around in it just because I don't want to get copyright strikes for it. But yeah, let's get right into it.
If I'm the Eagles, I'm thinking to myself, we're division champs. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm thinking to myself, we should have been division champs, and we got better this offseason, and we have a great Super Bowl winning head coach now taking over. If I'm the Giants, I'm thinking, ooh, NFC East, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. Who cares? With all that said, why should I be scared of the Eagles and why should I be scared of the Cowboys? So I truly believe that the Giants should be walking into the season saying, we can be NFC East champs.
I think the ceiling is playoffs. Now, whether it's within the division or in a wild card, you guys know this. I've talked a lot about the Giants making the playoffs this year. They have a first-year head coach. Last year, the Packers were a game away from the Super Bowl with the first-year head coach. But more than anything, I just believe in Jason Garrett. I think Jason Garrett's going to find a second life to his career. There's some people, they're just great coordinators, and maybe that's the best fit. It's like a Norv Turner or a Wade Phillips. They've done the head coaching thing. They've had some success. But when you get them in a coordinator, it's like you're getting a value. Head coach acumen with a coordinator price. I think the Giants offense is going to take off under Jason Garrett. It's not just Saquon, it's all those guys. I'll say it again. I'll put the hat on next week. I think the Giants are going to the playoffs this year.
Playoffs are a possibility. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not winning the Super Bowl. But this is a very young team. And I don't think a playoff spot is crazy, especially a year after the 49ers, a very young team, went from 4-12 to being 10 minutes away from winning and hosting the Lombardi Trophy.
So there you have it there. You guys heard it from Good Morning Football. The three guys in there completely agree with it. I'm sure if Kay Adams were to jump in, that she would agree as well. So, in my honest opinion, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I am not gonna say the Giants are playoff bound. I just don't think the team is ready yet. I've been following this team closely for a long time. This whole offseason, this is the team I'm focused on, obviously. This is my team. And I just don't think they are ready yet. I think they're in the right direction. I think the hype is deserved. But I just don't think they're ready yet. I do appreciate that this is probably the only media source, Good Morning Football, that hypes up the Giants in any sort of way, because ESPN just despises the team. Shout out to Good Morning Football. You guys are awesome. Thank you for giving my team some love. We now switch over to something like heartwarming, right? Heartwarming. Joe Judge is getting love already as a rookie head coach. And listen, this is something that Pat Shurmur has never accomplished. Yes, Pat Shurmur has had like a weird bond with OBJ, and OBJ seemed to be calm around Pat Shurmur. It seemed like they got to know each other pretty well, which I liked, but the team wasn't really invested in Pat Shurmur. The team wasn't invested in Ben McAdoo, right? The team seems to be already more invested in Joe Judge than Ben McAdoo and Pat Shurmur combined. Alright? They speak highly of Joe Judge. They are completely behind Joe Judge. They're going to run through a wall for Joe Judge. Sterling Shepard came out and said that he does not mind running laps. You know, he alluded to, you know, he said that he last time he did it was in high school. But then he doesn't mind doing it now, we have to make up for our mistakes. And everybody is just held accountable. Everybody's held responsible. And I think the players like the discipline because they know at the end of the day, they're in good hands, that they are being, led in the right direction. And I think Joe Judge is a man of the people. We'll see how that translates on the field. But, we have this story here, and let's go to Giants.com. I'll quickly read the article, then I'll show you guys the video. I mean, the thumbnail is just awesome. The thumbnail, it's going to be the thumbnail for the damn video. I mean, it's awesome. But, so it says here, the Giants rookies got down and dirty at the end of practice today, and the players and coaches loved it. Following the traditional conditioning runs at the end of the workout, a net-so-standard piece of equipment was brought out. A hose, which was used to soak a portion of the field. As a patch of grass became increasingly muddy, footballs were thrown and succession of rookies had to recover the fumbles. It was a ball security drill, veteran linebacker Marcus Golden said. The exercise began benignly, I don't know if I'm using that word correctly or saying that word correctly, benignly enough with head groundskeeper Rob Davis holding the hose. Safety Jabril Peppers soon grabbed it and did his best to increase the mud slickness and thickness. That apparently didn't satisfy Nate Ebner, who took charge and the hose and sprayed the players' jerseys and helmets and sometimes their faces as they tried to secure the football. Andrew Thomas, Shane Lemieux, Prince Smith, Tavian Feaster, and Chris Williamson were among those who received the full Ebner. Lemieux enjoyed it so much he was a two-time repeater. That shows how nasty Lemieux is, okay? Lemieux is hardcore. Let me just tell you, Shane Lemieux is hardcore. It's all over his film. Defensive lineman Leonard Williams and Dalvin Thompson took turns with the hose as several coaches did their best to recover the football, including Sean Spencer, Kevin Scherer, and Michael Trier. Like all good shows, this one had a memorable ending. With the players chanting, "Joe, Joe, Joe," Coach Joe Judge removed his whistle and took a deep dive into the muck as the entire team cheered. The coach showed everyone how it's done by smothering the ball. Just making sure everybody knows how to cover the ball, but mixed with a little bit of fun, Golden said. Had the water running and the mud out there. It was pretty exciting. That's my first time seeing something like that. I was hyped and excited to watch it. I had all the rookies go, and that we ended it with Coach Joe Judge. That was big time. Coach Judge, he knows how to do it. He's coaching us about ball security and proved that what he does work because he got out there and did it himself. It was fun just to see him actually get out there and do it too. It's fun. It shows that football is hard work, but there's nothing wrong with mixing a little fun into it. That was really exciting. Everybody got excited. It was fun. It was a fun way to end practice. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I mean, they're all so hyped. And Coach Joe Judge was so enthusiastic about it. You have to love it. Judge has this team under control. They are for Joe Judge, and I am all for it, guys. That is the latest Giants news update. We got Good Morning Football hyping up the Giants, repping the Giants, and Coach Joe Judge, continuing to lead this team. That's all I got for you guys today. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!